morning, class. A few years ago, my sister-in-law me and my family threw a surprise bachelorette party for her. And I was basically in charge of the beverages. So during the party, we surprised her. She was very excited, but then she kind of looked around and she was just like, oh, where's the cocktails? Where's the, alcohol? So my mother looked at me and she's like, Monet, you need to go make some cocktails because this is unacceptable. So really quickly, I had to figure out a cocktail drink to make for everyone. So I hopped on my smartphone and I found a strawberry mojito to make for everyone to enjoy. Now, there may come a time where all of you may have to entertain a few guests and so forth. And one of the things that I found is that when you make cocktail drinks for your parties and so forth, when you make cocktail drinks for your guests and so forth, they feel more relaxed and more calm when they're consuming a little bit of alcohol. So today in this speech, I'll be demonstrating how to make a strawberry mojito. Okay, so there are basically 3 steps in making a strawberry mojito. The first step is to cut up the fruit and add sugar. The very next step, we're going to go ahead and mush the fruit together. We're going to add ice, and then we're going to add a little bit of light rum, which is the alcohol, but I will be substituting the alcohol for water today. And then the very last step, we're going to shake the shaker together. We're going to add club soda and add like a little garnish to decorate your drink. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the very first step in making a strawberry mojito. So the first step, what you're going to basically need is 7 strawberries, 4 limes, 2 tablespoons of salt, and you're also going to need mint leaves. Okay, so you want to cut up about 4 mint leaves. Okay, for this step, you're going to need a shaker. You're going to need a cutting board and a little knife. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the strawberries. I already have a few cut up, so I'm just going to cut up just a few right now. Okay, so for the strawberry, you're basically you're going to kind of gather the stem like this, and then you're going to lay it flat on the cutting board, and you want to make sure that the narrow side of the strawberry is facing your stomach. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is going to gather the stems, and then we're just going to cut it straight down like this. So we can cut that off, and then we're just going to pull it to the side. Okay, so once the strawberry the narrow part is facing your stomach, we're going to go ahead and cut the strawberry straight down in half. And then you want to turn the strawberry horizontally, and then just make sure you don't cut yourself, of course. And then just cut straight down horizontally. Like that. Now, once you're cutting the strawberry up, if you see that you have like some really big pieces, you can go ahead and turn it horizontally, and then just cut it down like that. That way, they're a little smaller and there's not big chunks of strawberries, blowing around people's drinks, okay? So again, we're gonna just gather the stem here with the strawberry. We're gonna face it down, cut that part off, put it to the side. We're gonna cut straight down, okay? And then we're gonna turn it horizontally and just cut it up like this. And then we're just going to go ahead and cut the big pieces down to little pieces. Okay? Alright. And then I'm just going to put these strawberries here on the side. So we're going to do one more. Just gather up the stem like this. We're going to cut down. And then we're going to put that to the side. And cut straight down the middle. And then just turn your strawberry horizontally and just cut it down. Okay? And then I'm just going to cut up the strawberries so they're a little smaller. And then we'll put this strawberry to the side. So again, I already have some that's cut out right now, so I'll just put this with them so we can add it onto the drink a little later. So then the next step that we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to cut up the lime. Now again, I already have some cut up, but you're going to need about 4 limes, okay? So we're going to go ahead and cut the lime straight down like this. And then once it's in 2 pieces, you want to just lay it flat down on the cutting board, and then you're going to cut it straight down the middle there. And then you could turn your line horizontally and then just cut down the middle again. That way it's into 4 squares like that. I'm just going to put that there, and then I'll put this to the side. And then again, we're just going to cut straight down the middle, and then we're going to turn it horizontally and cut down the middle again. Okay, so we're going to add that there. Okay, so once the strawberries and limes are done, then we're going to use the mint leaves here. It has a really strong scent to it, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and cut some up, and you can go ahead and add it into your shaker. Okay, so we're going to add that right in there. You want to cut up about 12 leaves you can go ahead and do. So we're just gonna cut that up just like that. And then we're just gonna apply it there. And again, it's gonna have like a very strong sip to it, but that's good for the drink because it goes around in the drink. So you'll definitely taste it there. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and add some of those. And then once you're done with that, we can go ahead and do the strawberries. Just add that right in there. I have a lot of strawberries. So basically when you do 7 strawberries, that's like about 3 glasses of servings for your guests there. Okay. Yeah, it's a little filled up there. Okay, so once that's done, we can go ahead and add the 2 tablespoons of salt. So just go ahead and add that on top of there like that. And just add 2 tablespoons. Okay, let me just get a little napkin. Okay, so basically we're done with the very first step in making a strawberry mojito. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step, which is we're gonna use a muddler here, and we're gonna get our shaker, and then we're just gonna go ahead and mush everything together there. So we're just gonna go ahead and add that on there. Just add those, and if sometimes like I add too much lime, so I'll just take a few out. If it's like that, we're gonna go ahead and mush them together like that. So just use your string, mush it together. Okay. And you'll basically like see the strawberries, and you also see the leaves kind of mushing together like that. So just use as much strength as you can. Alright, so after we're done mushing this together, we can go ahead and just add the ice to it. Add the ice here. You can use regular cubes, or like sometimes I use a mutter and I just kind of like this inside the box. And then you can go ahead and just add like a few cubes there. Alright, and then once we're done with that, we're going to add the rum to it. So again, I'm just going to use water. And my my little shaker here has like where I can actually add up the alcohol to. So I'm just going to follow that right on there. And I'm just going to add that much rum to it. It's about 2 shots you want to do. Okay. So we're basically done with the second step. So we can now move on to the very last step in making a strawberry mojito. And that's to shake your shaker up. So we can go ahead and put this on there. Put it on there like that. And then basically we're going to shake everything up like that. You can kind of put it behind your head a little bit because they said it kind of helps with the shaker. So we're just going to mix everything together like that. And just going to shake. And use all your little strength there. Okay. So once that's mixed together there, you can go ahead and put it into your drinks. Set that on there. Doesn't have too much, so we can just add like a little bit of the club soda to it, and that will help with the taste. Okay, so so now that we're in our last step, we're gonna go ahead and add sorry about that, sticking up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add our club soda to it. So then we can just add a little bit there, and you'll see it kind of bubbling up. Okay. So once we're done adding the club soda to it, we're going to go ahead and add a garnish to it. So I'm just going to use a strawberry. You can leave the stem intact. And then we could just cut like straight down the middle there. And then you could just kind of open it up a little bit. And then just add it to the side. So that's one. And then for this one, we're going to do a lime. So you could just cut it down the middle. And then just kind of cut it again. Like that. And then you can go ahead and just cut it down the middle there. And you can add a lime to this one. And then the very last one, we can just do, you can just add a little mint to it like that. Okay? So that basically concludes how to make a strawberry mojito. So in this demonstration, I demonstrated to you all how to make a strawberry mojito. I went over 3 steps into making a strawberry mojito. The first step is to cut up the fruit. Add the sugar. The next step was to mush your fruit together, add the club soda, and I'm sorry about that. It was actually add the ice, and then the light rum, and then the very last step was to shake your shaker, add the club soda, and add a nice garnish to your drink. So again, if you're ever, have to entertain any guests or anything like that, just think about this speech, and then you guys will be able to make a nice little cocktail drink for your friends and family. And that concludes my speech.